fourth quarter might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Spurs leading by 14. On the court for Atlanta, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Hezonja. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then it's Matthews, and it's Scott in at the 4.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Scott after the basket by San Antonio. From 8. San Antonio with the rebound. Freak's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And count it. 2 points.
On the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Now here's Schroeder. To the paint. Layup off the pick.
Myers Leonard.
And the layup good by Leonard.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth, and that one's good.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdowns for the Spurs.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
They've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Spurs. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Leonard. Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. Rogers checked in for Wesley.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their game plan during that last break. The most important points they can get, he said, are points in transition. He told them to push it, create opportunities on the fast break. He also asked for a very strong effort on the offensive glass. He wants to see them cashing in on a lot of second-chance opportunities. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
Horford having just a fantastic game. He's got 10 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Spurs leading by 16. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Here's Walker. Pass to Hezonja. From about 19 feet, Horford no luck.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now here's Walker. After Dante Exum's miss, here's Hezonja. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major collapse. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Over to the left wing. Takes it from 10, and he gets it to go.
Assist from.
And that's 13 points for Horford.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Leonard dishes to Freak. Swiped it away. Only 1 man back on D. Up the floor. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Your Spurs dance team.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Freak kicks to Leonard. Boom, he chains it straight down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Picked by Horford. Walker the pass to Hezonja. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist here tonight. Spurs leading by 16.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Here's Hines. Millsap gets a hand on it. Ball's knocked loose. Exum with it. He's picked up by Walker. Out left to the wing. Kicks it to Freak. Clock at 6. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Rogers. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Exum. 9 points for Freak.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face. We've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Pick by Horford. Walker dishes to Horford.
That's a walk.
Soft touch off the glass.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Spurs leading by 16.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak kicks to Exum. Good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
And that was a huge advantage. The free throw game, always a significant barometer in terms of who wins and loses.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Freak. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards. And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Exum passes to Hines. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Horford with the rebound. So it's Atlanta now, trailing by 19. The dish to Walker. Here's Millsap. San Antonio with the rebound. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Aldridge. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Spurs lead by 21.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building. You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
on your most laughable plays of the season and give you a chance to earn BC and 2K TV Interactive. Ready for some fun? Tune in now. This week on NBA 2K TV, we'll show you some behind-the-scenes bloopers. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Update you on Road to
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, it's been a difficult part of the season. They haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. You look at the roster of the Suns for this season and the past few seasons, and you'll notice a common theme. Boy, they got a lot of guards. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, it's nice to have a multiple of guys who can handle the basketball, do certain things, change things up. But, you know, sometimes that not having a lead guard hurts you down the stretch in close games.
You know, and their decision to load up on guards was part of the reason why Dragic won it out. But having a lot of guards work for the Golden State Warriors, they won a championship. Will it work for Phoenix? We shall see.
Well,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Spurs came away with the win against Phoenix. That win brought the season series level at 1-1.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Turner. Brandon Knight is out there with Bledsoe. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Murphy in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Freak, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Freak with it. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Knight passes to Murphy. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the Suns miss again. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Atlanta Hawks.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
And good on the basket. Book it.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Freak dishes to Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Pass to Hines. Lets the three fly. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. Bledsoe outside. Picked by Murphy. Shot, high post, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Joseph, he's checked in for Exum. And the Suns also making a change. Moore's checked in. There's a good screen. Moore with the steal. Knight into the lane. Here's Bledsoe. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Spurs trail by 5. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Jeff Hornacek. These two teams tied through the first 2 games of the season series. I asked him what he thought were some of the keys going into this game and looking to take that lead. He said one of the things they had to account for is the shot blocking they'll face on the defensive interior. Guys, he said, we've got to be elusive. We'll see if they took it to heart.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today because certainly got their attention.
You know, you have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one falls for Knight. So for the Suns, Russell comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Williams in for Eric Bledsoe. Knight hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Freak kicks to Joseph. He dishes it to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. And the pass to Hansen. Wide open. And it's San Antonio with another.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Suns have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Knight passes to Moore. Williams with a clean look. Phoenix no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Hines. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green. Knight into the lane. Here's Moore.
Long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the...
And he gets it to go. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Outside Knight. Will it go? And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
Here we go, San Antonio, please.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Hines in at the 4 spot. Rollins is out there with Exum. Then there's Anderson, and it's Aldrich in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Here's Mack. Russell with a wide-open look. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Russell's got the first basket of the second quarter for Phoenix. Hines the pass to Rollins. Here's Aldrich, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a second now to bring up a list of the centers and power forwards from around the NBA who have been money at the charity stripe in the second half of the season. Freak is second.
Yeah, he's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
Yeah, just call him Mr. Sure Thing. He's developed a really nice, consistent free throw stroke. And it's good to see somebody destroying that myth that big guys can't make their free throws. No hack-a-shack here.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Leonard, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks put on a show. He ended with 13 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay on a tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they're...
He'll carry you.
And let's take a look now at Kawhi Leonard's numbers. He showed up every night. Noteworthy performances over the last month. He's around 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Suns trail by 5. And Matt kicks to Bledsoe. Launches a 3. No good from Moore.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Here's Mack following the basket by Freak. No good from Moore.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game and he still hasn't registered a single point.
That's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Bledsoe. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Here's Freak. The Suns getting the bucket, and he can extend the lead to double digits. Turner dishes to Mack. And Moore kicks to Bledsoe. From outside, off the mark. Spurs leading by 7. To the inside. Hines, the pass to Exum. Murphy with the steal. Here's Mack, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Good on the triple. Moore's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock.
San Antonio stacks up.
Get some ball movement and run some.
First and fewest turnovers per game, and they're also number 1 in opponent field goal percentage. This is a team that prides itself on not giving up easy shots.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris, no good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Now here's Anderson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And Joseph kicks to Freak. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Shot by Joseph, no good. Suns trail by 7. Morris a screen. Knight dishes to Morris. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 3 assists in the game.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
The Spurs making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Williams for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
For San Antonio, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Aldridge. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And this Phoenix has gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Now, here is Knight. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And so we wrap up the first half. Spurs lead by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Yeah, I expect that they might. But at the same time, we're going to have an answer for that because the rest of this team just as dangerous on the offense as me.
Wow, Kevin, not sure what to do with that one.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't... Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And San Antonio has possession. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half, they've got Bledsoe. Markieff Morris is out there with Evan Turner. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Murphy in at the center position. Now here's Bledsoe after Dante Exum's miss. Morris a screen. Murphy inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Here's Exum. There's the dish to Freak. Pass to Leonard. He kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 10.
Kev, that bucket gives him a triple-double. He's been making an impact and really showcasing the versatility in his game.
Picked by Murphy. Bledsoe for 3, and it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. They spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing. Spacing.
Second half. Number 1, Brandon Knight.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
And Phoenix making a change here. Moore's checked in, and Freak throws it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Leonard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Turner. He has 5. Inside, Morris. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Rollins checked in for the Spurs. Corey Joseph. Suns trail by 3. Hines, he's in at power forward. Exum is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Kaminsky, and that's who's in the game for the Spurs. San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Freak's gone 75% from the field. 6 baskets in 8 attempts. And it's Turner off the drive. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Freak kicks to Kaminsky. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
There's the feed to Knight. They double him with Freak. A shot by Knight, no good. The Spurs shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Joseph, that's good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now, here is Knight. Turner up top. Turner missing again. Exum passes to Kaminsky. Lets it go from deep. And it's Freak missing. Suns trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones. A long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Knight dishes to Morris.
That is just nasty. About the athleticism on that finish. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Now here's Kaminsky. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute. Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've got extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Leonard, he's checked in for Joseph. And a change for the Suns. Murphy's... Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And he lobs it up. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Suns trail by 5. Knight kicks to Bledsoe. Morris passes to Knight. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Kaminsky, and he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 5.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Good. It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Freak dishes to Kaminsky. The fader. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Kaminsky's got 6 here in this quarter.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior guy.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Bledsoe, here we go. Knight wide open. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
And in a close game like this, it can be won or lost on the boards. They've got to keep it up. Looking at the game for Kawhi Leonard, he's got 10 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make the...
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
Here we go, San Antonio. The Spurs Kings team.
.125 left in the fourth quarter. Morris, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Suns trail by 8. Now Knight. He feeds it to Morris. Shoots from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
That's good. And the Spurs lead by 8.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Feeds to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Nailed! And now they trail by just 4.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason.
They are on the ropes, and it is time to put them away. Freak, we're putting it in your hands. Deliver the knockout blow. Let's finish this and get out of here with the W.
Bledsoe with it. Passes it to Knight. Back to Bledsoe. The three-pointer, no good. And an intentional foul right there. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Dishes it to Russell. From downtown, hands the 3.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60%. Reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
What an unbelievable night he had passing the basketball. He was in total harmony with the other 4 guys on the floor and created countless easy chances with his assist work. That was a great performance. When he passes like that, there's no way they can lose.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.